See you back here tomorrow. Take care.
All right, well, it is always such an exciting day when our dear friend Andrew Lessman is here, and this is something that I know we wait for. We do it once a year and once a year only, kind of like, oh, yeah, okay.
Well, we've only done this once before.
That's true.
So this is only the second Today special we've ever done for marine collagen with MSM. And and last year we did it, and I didn't expect we'd be able to do it again or do it at close to the same price, because we keep transforming the product based upon the reviews and things like that. Originally, if you look back 5 years, the original reviews on the product had a little bit of a fishy taste. It's marine collagen. It wasn't fishy to me. It just sort of had like a taste of the ocean, so to speak. But now there's no taste. It's completely flavor neutral. Originally, the product averaged about 3-star reviews. Now the product averages over 4-star reviews, because the last 6 to 9 months, almost a year, the reviews have been coming in at 4.6 and 4.7 star average, because we eliminated any flavor at all. It's totally flavor neutral. We've increased the solubility dramatically, even though protein powders are really designed to put in smoothies or your oatmeal or oat bran, whatever it might be. This you could actually mix with water. Even though it's what's called a resistant protein, you could mix it with water. But the most compelling part of all, and I'll read reviews, the reviews on the product, the science on the product, the impact it can have on the appearance of your skin, the impact it can have on the comfort of your joints. I mean, that's why I've fallen in love with this product. That's the beauty of this product. And most importantly, not just the reviews, but there's crystal clear science that I'll talk about and read quotes from the science in terms of not just does this product benefit you, but they know exactly why and exactly how it benefits you. And this is our best value ever on the product.
For sure. And there's so many exciting things to share about this. For me, because I have joint concerns, I'm actually taking it for my joints and for my arteries, but the side benefit for me is it helps you look younger as well. So all you have to do is pick your size.
Which you already have great skin to begin with. You haven't aged at all since I've been here. 20
coming from
plus
Dorian
years.
Gray, that's a compliment.
I was just talking about an old brochure that my sister sent me, a copy of an old brochure from my QVC days, from the pictures from 1991. And it's pretty funny. I look funny in the jacket I'm wearing and things, but from 26 years ago, I think if you take good care of yourself on the inside, that's the most important way to make a difference on the outside. On the outside, it's kind of too late. We do the best we can with what we have, but the real difference is going to be made on the inside. And this is a product that goes to the very core, the very crux of what makes our skin, the collagen underlying that skin, the integrating protein in our skin, the integrating protein in our joints, in our circulatory tissue, in our blood vessels. That collagen protein, now there's an opportunity to make a difference in improve its organization. And when you improve its organization, even something I'll talk about later, you can reduce the appearance of cellulite, and I'll talk about exactly why. That's not an outlandish claim. All the crazy things we do on the outside of our body to change cellulite, those are outlandish claims. But when we talk about doing something on the inside in terms of organizing or reorganizing our collagen peptide or collagen protein fibers, that can have an impact and help us reduce that appearance of cellulite.
Well, he walks the walk, he talks the talk. He's the manufacturer, by the way, not just, he's more than a pretty face. And what's funny is because you've always looked great, but it was so funny when you started taking this, everyone was like, what is Andrew doing?
Oh, no.
I mean, seriously, people were like, my gosh, I mean...
No, and I mentioned this on air, the funniest part of all, I remember calling my sister afterwards. My mom calls me up and says, what did you do?
Yes.
I'm like, okay, so now I'm like a 12-year-old child. What did I do? And so I have no idea what she's talking about. Tell me, what did you do? What did you do? I saw you on TV, what did you do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mom, what did I do?
So he doesn't wear a wig, and he hasn't done anything.
So my mom thought I had a facelift.
But you know what? That's why I mentioned that, because again, you've always looked fantastic. But no, you have. I mean, but you know, the thing is, when you're giving your body the rudimentary tools to go to the source, and you must stick around to hear the science. I digress. I do want you to see your size choices.
And the value is, as I said, the best ever. So that's exciting today.
It's huge. So this is obviously a one-day, only a one-shot deal. By the way, when Andrew is done with this birthday visit, which he will be back for the Monday night show, of course, with his fun variety show that's always such a gas to watch. He's not back again till basically the end of October. So this is definitely, if you're going to select it, I would absolutely recommend it. So just pick your size of choice. We've got the 30, 90, 180, and 360. Profound savings, as Andrew indicates. And you know, the best news of all, it delivers benefits on so many levels that you will never want to be without. Free shipping, of course. That 360 count, if you're just doing one little scoop a day, of course, is a year's supply. And when we talk about the abundant savings, my goodness, I mean, that is crazy. In any case, you're saving more than you're spending. But just as a clear example, on that 180, normally after today, this is where our price goes, which when Andrew talks about the enhanced formulation, we thought it was going to cost more money. You maintained that cost, which is incredible, and it's actually better.
No,
it's better.
It did cost more money.
Right.
But it cost us more money to make. It's not costing you a penny more to get. So it's a better value. It's a formula that has absolutely, if you want to use it, and what I'll do is I'll show everyone.
Yeah.
It's something unusual with protein. I'll put a couple of scoops. Usually you take one scoop,
right,
but I just want to show, I'll put 3 scoops in there because it's unusual. And this is why our collagen peptides, we go to Japan. The best science, the best research in terms of their benefits.
Oh,
and what's amazing about it, I'll mix this and we'll let it sit for just a couple of minutes, because what's really fascinating about this is that it goes entirely into solution.
Look at that.
That if we let it sit there for a couple of minutes, that glass will become transparent.
It will.
Clear.
Yeah.
So, and that's something unheard of for protein, certainly for a resistant protein, because remember, collagen is sort of the equivalent in fiber. We have fiber in plants. It's indigestible. We can't absorb it. That's how it does its work in our digestive system. It passes through us, helping to cleanse us. But when you talk about animals, animals have collagen, like the gristle on chicken or a bone, and when you have a steak or something like that. That gristle is indigestible. It's a resistant protein. So in order for collagen peptides to be delivered, those collagen peptides have to be essentially pre-digested and broken down into those peptides. So it's not broken down into amino acids, because amino acids would have no specific identity necessarily as the protein they came from. So the way this is done uniquely is delivering those identifiable collagen peptides, where they then work as raw materials and can function as raw materials for your collagen. But even more importantly, they play what's called a signaling role, a role that as we get older, we don't synthesize as much or effectively, and we don't create as well organized collagen peptides. What ends up happening, collagen protein, what ends up happening in our body, essentially we have things called collagen cross-linking taking place, which can be promoted by ultraviolet radiation, other oxidizing forces. And when you start having collagen cross-linking, collagen becomes more poorly organized. It loses that unique resilience that is the most important quality that collagen possesses. And as you could already see, having just mixed that a minute or two ago, you could already see it's just going into solution. And you could drink it, the minute I put it in there, you could stir it up and drink it right there. Sure. Doesn't make a difference. But if you want to get a sense of how uniquely we've created this now and how it's been transformed over the last several years, that's further evidence that when you look at that glass and you see that was 3 scoops in about 8 ounces of water. So 3 scoops in 8 ounces of water, and you watch it just gradually, clearly, and going into solution.
That's impressive.
So, and again, the most important thing for those of you like me who just put it in water or put it in coffee or tea, absolutely no flavor. There is no flavor. That's something that over the past 5 years we made it go away. So what's been wonderful is the relationship, the partnership we have with the folks in Japan that make the world's best marine collagen peptides, that they've worked closely with us to change the flavor profile, to change the granulation and change the solubility. So we end up with really a marine collagen peptide unlike any in the world. We take the best in the world, and based upon your reviews, as I said before, not everything I make is a perfectly reviewed product. Now this has become a perfectly reviewed product, but at the outset, your reviews were the criticism that forced me to go back to the research and development process and just make the product not just the best collagen peptides, but the best collagen peptide experience. It's always worked as well in terms of your skin, in terms of your joints. It's always worked as well from day one. But now it works just as well, and it also is flavorless and also is ultra soluble. So you get all of the benefits of the product and a good experience using it.
Absolutely. It's so seamless. It's so easy. It's such a delight. And boy, oh boy, when we talk about those profound benefits, I actually have been told by my doctor, because I do have joint issues and concerns, that I should be doing marine collagen peptides.
Who doesn't?
I mean, really, we all do, right?
Whatever we might do, whatever our job might be, if we spend too much time on our feet, if we have to use our hands, if we love sports. I have a friend who loves rock climbing and things.
Yeah.
It just beats up your hands and things like that. So we all do different things.
We do.
And simply the aging process, there's no way, as they say, there's no way we get out of here alive. There's no way we get out of here fully intact. And the question is to what degree we're going to help our body take care of ourselves to make this journey a little less, I mean this figuratively, a little less painful, a little less unpleasant. And that's really what I've done. I'm not someone who's I'm not good at all about doing things in terms of beauty or stuff, things like that. I could forget to wash my face for days at a time. I could go on air here, literally my hair's still wet when I get out here, and forget to brush my hair. But I am extremely diligent about doing the right things on the inside. And frankly, they pay not tens of times, but hundreds and thousands of times the benefits of doing the things correctly on the outside. On the outside, we're working with whatever we inherit from the inside. So to the extent we do a good job on the inside, we make life easy for ourselves on the outside.
Absolutely. And when you think of, you know, all the hurdles and things that we go through to try to get that collagen in our skin, this is going to the source. And I mean it quite literally. I'm just going to be glad that I am reaping side benefits for beauty, aren't you? I mean, but the side benefits on the inside for your arteries, for your joints, obviously for your skin. Kind of like we don't get out of here alive. Andrew had me at hello, he had me at cellulite. I mean, however you want to look at it, it is a product that I know. Once you try it, you will never want to be without it. Of course, it stands without saying that if you're going to do it, if you've ever been tempted, or if you were ever going to put your toe in the water, today is obviously the best day to do that. And that is the resounding reason that most of us are doing that 360 serving size. And remember, the savings are not only substantial, I mean, that's an obvious, because you're, in any case, you are saving more than you're spending. But then beyond that, yes, those benefits you reap almost immediately, but you save so much money. On that 180 count size, remember, this is where our price will go. This is where our price today, and here's your savings. So after today, and remember, after these series of birthday shows, Andrew's back tonight, that's it for the Today's Special. And then, of course, I love to watch him on the Monday night show. I know you do too, but then he's not back again until October. Frankly, we will not see these savings again. So if you were ever going to do it, it should be today. But obviously, the 180 is going to go to 180. You're spending $149 to double that serving size today. And if you want to look at it another way, because I know I mentioned that my doctor told me for my joint concerns, I should be doing a marine collagen peptide, and who better than Andrew? But just the value alone on that 360 count size, that's $70. So if you just want to factor that out in your $149 price, I mean, honestly, there's absolutely no reason to try it today. I know you're going to be thrilled. You're going to have an amazing experience. But, you know, the best way to know is to get it at home. And, you know, I think the big thing, I know all of us who are so privileged to work with you, Andrew, we look at this, you know, as you are the statesman when it comes to good health, but we learn so much. And the science behind this was actually kind of surprising to me. I didn't realize that it had this multitude of benefits, and I think most people didn't. And
I'll read the quotes in a little while. I'll read the quotes from the science, which the science is compelling. When you look at the reviews on this product, I think that's what's even more compelling.
For sure.
And if you look at the reviews, you could find, if you looked at the one-star reviews, you're going to find that about 3/4 of those one-star reviews deal with flavor. And that was the prior flavor, the prior formula. Because as I said, being fully transparent, as I said, this product was a 3-star average product when we introduced it. Not because it didn't work, but because it didn't taste particularly good. And we add no sugar, we add no flavors. You're getting pure 100% marine collagen peptides. That is all you're getting. And not just some bovine source. I mean, I could buy bovine source peptides from here in America that are acid hydrolyzed or however they're doing it for a small fraction of the price of this material. But it doesn't have the benefits, it doesn't have the science. And that's the only reason to use this product is the science. It's the benefits. So that's why we go to the best source we can find. And fortunately, because of days like this, a today's special like this, the volume of powder we're talking about, we were able to have our own special marine collagen peptides made for us. And those are marine collagen peptides without the flavor and with the special granulation in terms of solubility, which now, if we look at that glass that I mixed probably about 5 or 10 minutes ago, now you can see it's clear.
Cow. That is wild.
And that's a resistant protein. That's what I hope everyone understands. Resistant proteins are typically not soluble at all. Not soluble at all. So when you could have a resistant protein and you could see that kind of solubility, it just informs you of the degree to which that protein has been modified to make it absorbable, soluble, and beneficial. And that's why we follow the science. And when it comes to the science, this is the best source of marine collagen peptides that are available.
Absolutely. So we're going to start with some of the reviews?
I was going to read a couple of reviews here if I could. And I read a bunch last night. The ones last night were just amazing. And I just grabbed the next group here. Love this. I had bought the smaller size to try it. I noticed a change of texture on my face. The brown spots got lighter and the roughness smoothed out. I take half the amount because of the price, and it takes a little longer to work, but I love it, meaning that someone's taking half a scoop, 2.5 grams. And some of the products on the market recommend 2.5 grams.
Oh, wow.
I recommend 5 grams for best efficacy. Some people even take 2 scoops. I take 2 scoops. But 1 scoop, 5 grams is plenty. I will be 65 and starting the new year with a new outlook. My mind is young and my face is changing to feel that way. Thank you from Deb in Virginia. Great results. I've used this product for a little over a week and have noticed a difference. I lost my teeth almost 3 years ago and started wearing dentures. My face, jaw, and cheeks lost their fullness, something when you have tooth extractions, the thing's very common. This product has literally plumped my skin where it doesn't have that droopy look. I can't wait to see what I will look like in another 3 weeks. Love this product. I love the way Andrew educates us. I had no idea that we cannot get collagen from topical applications. Absolutely can't. It's a large protein. It's not absorbed through the skin. It's not delivering its benefits to your collagen. It can play some other topical role, but it's not affecting your collagen subcutaneously. So I started using this, and I do see a difference in my skin. Being in my late 50s, people never guess my age. Thank you, Andrew, for offering this in the large size. I have ordered it twice and will continue to do so. This is for the Today Special, we do the largest size we ever do. That's an enormous size. It's 360 capsules. It's actually 360 servings. It actually weighs just short of 5 pounds. So it's a large serving. And again, you could always do half a scoop. I really recommend a full scoop. At half a scoop, it lasts 2 years. But weak and splitting nails have definitely improved. I ordered this product after watching Andrew explain the benefits of collagen for skin and nails. I've always had soft and weak nails and was going through a particularly bad period of breakage. With nails issues, biotin is the key as well. So marine collagen peptides, also biotin, is wonderful. I added the supplement to my morning fruit and yogurt, so I remember to take it consistently, and I've noticed a definite improvement in the strength of my nails. I have ordered my second bottle because I was so pleased with the results. Amazing. Another amazing Andrew product. My skin has improved. My face looks hydrated under my makeup. I used to have oily skin and it almost feels like its oily old self again. I can't believe what I see in the mirror. Is it possible that my eyes seem to be brighter? My skin feels so soft too. I drink it on my way to work in the morning. I think it helps my attitude too. Or at least my mind seems to be more alert. I love this product from Mimi in Texas. Beautiful hair. Since using marine collagen peptides, my skin and hair are thicker and healthier. My hairdresser asked me what I was doing differently. Love Andrew's products. Then I'll read some in a little while on joints as well. So glad I found this. I'm 67 and was losing my hair, thinning badly on top. I've used this for 1 month, 2 scoops every morning in my smoothie, and my hair is coming back thick like it was. And my complexion is so smooth and soft. My husband is so impressed with my results that he started taking it today. His hair is very thin on top. Thanks, Andrew. I won't be without this. 100% awesome skin. I've been adding this to my smoothies for a little over a week now, and let me tell you, my skin is as soft as a baby. Can I get a yeah? I am 45 and my skin feels like I'm 5 years old. Laugh out loud. Love it. From Angelina in Georgia.
That's cute.
Yeah. It's so good. This is an amazing product, the perfect supplement. It has turned back the clock. My skin has its bounce back, and I look and feel better overall. I will continue to purchase and recommend this to friends and family. I'm sending marine collagen peptides to my sister for her 52nd birthday from Simone in Maryland. And that's just a few sampling. I'll read some reviews in a little while that talk about joints, because for me, as much as it might be benefiting my skin, for me, it's all about my joints. That's my exercise, as I often say, that's my therapy. That's what I do every single day. And as we get older, you can't expect to maybe do 1 or 2 hour, 3 hours of exercise every day, but I still can, and I do it, knock on wood, in a painless way. So as long as I could continue to support my joints and give my joints what they need so they could support me, so I could do the things I want to do to stay healthy and have a healthy attitude, then marine collagen peptides for me, that's the most important. It's also helping support the elasticity of my arteries and veins, because as they say, you're only as old as the elasticity of your arteries and veins.
And that's really true. But when you hear those reviews, I mean, isn't it exciting to know that you can really empower yourself? I mean, you think about all the creams and extreme things we do for our skin, and really you have to ask yourself, how much benefit am I really getting from that? But the real takeaway from that for me is when women and men in their late 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s, in their 70s, when their skin is actually looking better than it did. Like, I feel like my skin looks better than it did when I first started working with Andrew. And I was in my early 30s then, for crying out loud. I mean, that's pretty significant. And it's such a natural, easy, supportive, just fabulous way to give your body the cornerstones of what it needs. To me, this is as close to the fountain of youth as you can get, because it's really kind of helping to trick your body to get to that foundational building block of creating that younger looking skin. And for me, like I said, I have had some pretty profound, joint challenges just with my age, because I'm, getting close to my mid-50s. And the problem for me is, I'm like Andrew, if I'm not working out, I'm not happy. I mean, Mama's not happy if I'm not getting to the gym. And for me, yes, I'm thrilled that the wrinkles are less noticeable. Yes, I'm thrilled that my skin will look plumper and firmer and softer and younger and smoother. I mean, who doesn't want all that, right? Check, check, check. I'll have what she's having. But moreover, I want to go through this process of life that we're so graciously gifted with and love it and enjoy it. And that's part of what I think is, what really deems and makes us younger. So the only decision that you have to make, of course, is what size do you want? And the one takeaway from this that I will just encourage you, if you want the 360 count size, what's been happening, because Andrew is only here a couple of times a year, he's not back again until the end of October, is by the time Colleen comes back for that final airing at 8 p.m. tonight, it really becomes an all bets are off situation. We usually see that 360 or whatever the large size is compromised in terms of availability by that point. You're never going to want to be without this. And certainly the savings are significant across the board. But boy, oh boy, can you imagine, where in the world are you going to get a year's supply of product that is going to so dramatically affect how young you look, how young you feel, how you're moving through life? I mean, for pennies a day, remember, here's where our price goes, here's where our price is today, here are your savings. So in any case, you're saving more than you're spending, but just recognize you're doubling your serving size for less than you would pay on that 180 after today. And
wow.
I know, isn't that crazy? Doubling your serving size.
So you're getting twice as much.
Right.
For $30 less, which would almost be the normal visit price.
Of course it would. Yes.
So wow. So great savings. That's why I should have mentioned this earlier. We're way ahead. I just drank a glass of this while Shannon was speaking. We're way ahead of pace from where we expected to be.
For sure.
We're well ahead of, we're over halfway through all our quantity, and we're about 2/3 through the largest size.
Yeah.
And so, and as I always say, we'll maintain powder back at my factory. We could do a certain amount more, but we probably can't do much more than, say, 5,000 additional bottles of the large size.
Makes sense.
So, but what I was going to read, haven't read any of these science charts on the joints. It talks about joints, circulation, a little bit about muscle and bone as well. Because in terms of a great protein to add to your smoothie, many people use whey protein. We have an exceptional ultimate whey protein. But a lot of folks now use a scoop of whey and a scoop of marine collagen peptides, because this also has functional benefits for muscle, for athletic endeavors as well. But just, if we look at these charts, and these are from all reputable scientific journals, direct quotes. This is from the Archives of Dermatological Research. Clinical investigations suggest that ingestion of collagen peptides help to soothe joint discomfort in patients suffering from joint issues. And hydrolyzed collagen has been shown to be involved in cartilage matrix synthesis.
Oh, wow.
Journal of the Science of Food and Agriculture. Studies with labeled collagen peptides have shown that a significant amount of the peptide could be detected in skin and cartilage tissue after one single administration.
Oh,
so for those who might say collagen is a resistant protein and can't be absorbed or delivered to the skin and the joints, I have several quotes that say just the opposite, have proven just the opposite, especially when they're developed as this collagen peptide has over the decades, indicating an accumulation of these peptides within the connective tissue. The accumulated collagen peptide helps to maintain structure and function of cartilage, which in turn results in joint comfort and subsequent improvements. And that's why, in terms of my joints, this is neck and neck with glucosamine and chondroitin. I would have never thought I'd say that. From another journal, Osteoarthritis and Cartilage, collagen peptides, a heterogeneous, that means a blend of different types, heterogeneous mixture of oligopeptides and polypeptides, have been used therapeutically as a dietary supplement to improve conditions of joints. Functional foods for bone and cartilage. These results enable us to formulate a working assumption that specific collagen dipeptides, which reach the bone tissue through the circulatory system after ingestion of collagen peptide, help maintain normal bone density. So now we've gone beyond joint, we've gone to
Andrew, can
bone.
I ask, since that's functional foods for bone and cartilage, how do I get this in my diet? I mean, can I, like...
You can't.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, because when you're eating, say, gristle, when you're eating these resistant proteins in food, they're not pre-digested in a fashion to be absorbable and utilizable. In fact, many people make the mistake and simply conclude that because this is collagen, it can't be absorbed at all. But if the collagen is pre-digested in a fashion, as that chart just discussed, to deliver these dipeptides, tripeptides, these smaller oligopeptides, they can be absorbed. And in being absorbed, they're maintaining their identity of their origins coming from collagen. So it can be absorbed. I have read quotes last night talking about the skin. And not only can it be absorbed, but they've proven in the research that those specific peptides from that specific supplement are found in the skin and in the connective tissue.
Huh, I was just curious, because it makes you think, because I think so often we get armed with your education, we think, oh, well, I can go off and do this thing, or I can go off and do that thing, right?
And oftentimes, I get to say that.
Right,
you know,
of
when
course.
I'm talking about omega-3s, I could talk about the fish we could eat, and that if we lived in Japan, I probably wouldn't have to,
Right.
or if I was on TV in Japan, I wouldn't have to talk about omega-3s very often because you're getting them in your diet. But when it comes to things like vitamin D, for example, it doesn't come with our diet. It's not typically available for our diet. Or biotin, speaking of skin or hair. Biotin, typical diet, delivers about 40 micrograms a day. Our supplement delivers 4,000. And that's the therapeutic level we need to see a difference. When it comes to collagen, collagen is certainly present in food, but those collagen peptides aren't absorbable. So if you want to deliver the collagen peptides, you need to hydrolyze that protein, or carefully, as we do here, carefully pre-digest it into those specific oligopeptides, dipeptides, tripeptides that deliver the benefits.
Sorry, I derailed the train there.
Oh, no,
I was just curious.
I find all of this science fascinating, and for me, I probably have been looking at collagen-derived protein for almost as long as my company has existed.
Oh, wow.
I started my company in 1979. That's 38 years ago. And to give you a sense of, as I was evaluating materials and evaluating the research, uncertain about which would be the correct way to go and which way the science was going. It wasn't until about 5 years ago that I introduced this product. So, which again gives you a sense about my company. We're not new products looking for new business, which is what other companies do. They have a company been around for 38 years. They'll have thousands of supplement products. We barely have 100 or so after 38 years. We focus on the most important products, and I do not introduce a product until I absolutely, unequivocally know that I've found the best source of it and that the science justifies offering the product. You can go down a list of hugely popular nutritional supplements over the last decade or so, everything starting a few decades ago with ephedra, ephedrine from green coffee bean extract and red raspberry ketone, that I have never offered and would never offer because there's no science. So even though there would be sales, without science, I have no interest in offering a product. So this is a product that it took me probably about 3 decades to finally arrive at a formula that was worthy of being offered, but that's how we patiently offer our products.
And you know, I know Andrew has so much more information to share, but along with that, I mean, he's an American success story. There's everything. Well, it's true. And he gives back, you know, to Mother Earth. The other thing is, though, in a day and age where you're lucky if you can get your cable company, you know, to come on time or answer the phone, you stand behind your customer. You support your customer in every way. You support every aspect of this business. And I think that's just important to note.
No, we do our best because the only reason I exist is for everyone out there.
Absolutely.
That is it. I started making products for me 38 years ago, hoping that someone else might have an interest in exceptional supplements that were made differently. And here we are 38 years later, making supplements that are the world's only products made entirely with solar energy. The entire factory that makes every product you receive is powered entirely from the sun. Yeah. We have, whether you feel that there's global warming or not global warming, it doesn't matter because energy production comes with pollution. So we don't have to pollute to make any of our products because all our energy comes from the sun.
It's true.
So that's the first thing. Also, we're blessed in this country to be able to think about our wellness, to be able to get a product that thinks in terms of our beauty, in fact. And so for every bottle of vitamins of any kind that you get, we donate 2 bottles of prenatal vitamins to somewhere in the world. We partner with our folks. We make all of them, and the folks at Vitamin Angels make sure they get to wherever they need to all over the world, and about 1/4 of them right here in America. So as seriously as I take my responsibility to deliver to you the very best products in the world, we take our role as a potential contributor to, you know, the environment. So we make sure that it's something, because I love running mountain trails, hiking mountain trails, mountain biking. And one of the, I think it's a Native American saying that the only thing you leave behind are footprints, and the only thing you take with you are memories. And that's how I approach doing business, that we have no carbon footprint, that we really try to be responsible and just make wonderful products without fallout or consequence to anyone, the planet, or you. No side effects, no warnings, just beneficial ingredients. And then we make sure that folks in need, mothers in need around the world, we are pretty much the single source of donated prenatal vitamins all over the world.
Wow.
What we do here, that's what you help me do everywhere.
Absolutely. So it is a win-win proposition. You're giving back to your body, you're giving back to your skin. I promise I'll zipit.com now.
No. I love the questions. I mean, my favorite thing is when I'm out, if you see me somewhere, don't hesitate to ask me a question. It's because I was talking to my friend the other day as Muriel and I drove back from Miami to St. Pete. We spent a few days in Miami between the shows. And a friend of mine, he's saying, like, you go on TV and people think you have cue cards or you're reading from a teleprompter.
You're right.
And what he said, it would be like someone asking me about my daughter, or someone asking you that this is what I do, this is what I love. So it's not hard for me to answer any question someone might have about my products because, frankly, if you're asking that question, you can bet that someone at my company has already asked that question, or I've asked that question as we arrive at making that formula that you're going to receive.
So just like Google, you can't stump Google, you can't stump Andrew.
No, well, you can. Well, I used to, it was very funny. I used to be a good partner at Trivial Pursuit, or...
Oh, yes.
And I'm dating myself, or as I jokingly say to my friends, I was always the person that if someone had a question, you called me. but now they don't call anymore because there's Wikipedia.
Exactly.
So it's sort of like I'm sitting alone waiting for someone to ask me a question. But no, I have a repository of random information up in my brain. But the information when it comes to supplements isn't random. It's very well focused and targeted, and a byproduct of me just reading tens of thousands of research studies over the years. And that's what I do every single week, is just digest more and more research so I could be sure that the products are the very best. And that's why with these products, beyond the benefits, and I'll read some of the science on cellulite in a moment, beyond the benefits, the reason why these products change isn't because I just want to change it to make it new and improved or whatever. It's because the science allows me, or the raw material allowed me. In this case, we could make a raw material that no longer had any flavor whatsoever, make it totally flavor neutral, make it more soluble. So we're constantly laboring to make it better, because my obsession is to constantly improve our products to make sure that they remain the very best.
Absolutely. So all these tangents that I sent us down the garden path on should give you the most assured confidence that you're not only getting the finest products in the world, made with such integrity, with such efficacy, with such ethical guidelines as well, you're getting products that are going to deliver a difference. And as Andrew indicated, we are far and away, well beyond what we originally indicated on, or what they originally anticipated rather, on that 360 count size. So all you do is you pick your size of choice, whether that be the 30, 90, 180, or 360. Saving more than you're spending. You're actually doubling your serving size for less than you would spend for the 180. You're getting free shipping. And I know Andrew was talking about the special sizes. Oh, good grief. This is like doing my bicep curls. This is actually the size. Remember, he does special sizes for today's special and a today's special only. So this hubba, the big kahuna size, if you will, is shipped to your door, door-to-door delivery for free with a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. But I know Andrew's going to get into some more of the science and the charts. And of course, obviously, it is overwhelmingly going to benefit you not only from the inside out, but it's going to that source. And I think you'd be hard-pressed to find any man or woman watching this show at any age who would not agree, yes, I want to look younger. We all want to look as young as we feel. And for me, just because I do have some pretty significant joint issues, for me, those beauty benefits are really the side benefit. And that's why I'm thrilled that Andrew is sharing some of that joint information, because like for me, that's why I want to be taking this. But then if I look younger too, 2 thumbs up for everybody. Yep. Seriously. So we would love to send it your way. And just as an aside, since I am talking about the joint benefits, as a reminder, on that 360 count size of your today's special, that basically means you're getting a 70 count size of the MSM. So if you factor out that $69 or $70 value from our today's special price of $149.90, I mean, you can see the savings get even more ridiculous. And for me, just because you feel such a profound difference when you take this, I actually usually go for the big size, but then I also get some of the smaller sizes for travel, believe it or not, because as the saying goes, you'll never want to leave home without them. And it's just such an exciting day and such an exciting time. Not only that we can, garner and curate all this wonderful information as only Andrew can do, but do something on a foundational and fundamental level for our body that benefits us in so many ways. I mean, whether you're talking about the elasticity, that bounce back factor to your skin, and not just the bounce back factor to the skin that we can see, the skin on your arteries, on your veins, for your cartilage, for your bones, and then of course, if your skin looks smoother, if it looks softer, if it looks plumper, if it looks less lined, there are just a multitude of benefits, and we're only scratching the surface because I took you off the path. I apologize.
Oh, no. It's all part of the same path.
Absolutely.
And I think it's all part of educating ourselves. I think it's important to understand that collagen peptides can deliver wide-ranging benefits, not just to our skin, but to our connective tissue, our joints. I was just reading those charts on cartilage synthesis, and also to our blood vessels, our arteries, our veins. So it's something that, of course, the quality of those benefits, the reliability, the degree to which you could depend on that product is going to be based on the quality of that product. Because if they're just delivering collagen, collagen is not going to be able to be digested and deliver the benefits. The collagen needs to be broken down into constituent units that your body can absorb and can play that signaling role and that raw material role in terms of the very structure of the collagen peptides in your body. And again, 1/3 of the protein in your body, and our body has an enormous amount of protein in it, 1/3 of it is collagen.
Oh, wow.
So I think when you realize the role it plays, that it is the #1 most predominant protein in our body, and it plays a critical role in the appearance of our skin. And as our skin wrinkles, it changes in collagen that contribute to that appearance. And as I'll read now in a moment, as cellulite becomes more and more apparent, what is clear from the research that cellulite is contributed to by disorganization of those collagen layers. If we think about how cellulite works, that we have body fat beneath our skin, the thing we see on the outside of our body is obviously skin. So between that body fat and between that skin, the degree to which the collagen between them, that sort of sandwich, the degree to which that sandwich and its fibers are better organized is the degree to which we can do something to hide or diminish the appearance of that cellulite. Of course, it's not a miracle cure. What it is doing is simply providing a better layer. It's like putting you could have a lumpy bed. It's like putting a more organized and a better bedspread or something over that bed to hide what's lying underneath. So I'll read some of the research. Probably it'll be a little more clearer than that bed metaphor. But as we say, from Journal of Medicinal Food, the term cellulite is often used to describe a complex architectural disorder of the skin with multifactorial etiologies. As I said last night, it just means complex architectural. It means it's structural. And it's not a disease, and it's multifactorial etiologies. It just means it has many causes. Etiology just is cause, and multifactorial just means many factors. In general, the formation of cellulite is a natural process and not a disease, reflected by an incidence of about 85% in adult females. Also, men suffer from cellulite as well. Cellulite is a complex problem that affects approximately 85% of women over the age of 20. It is commonly accepted that dermal and subcutaneous dermal skin and subcutaneous connective tissue, which has been weakened by altered and disordered extracellular matrix, which is normal aging, plays a key role in the pathophysiology, the origins, the structural origins of cellulite, and contributes to the irregular and dimpled appearance of cellulite-affected skin. As I described before, that connective tissue, thus collagen tissue, can play a role in the appearance of cellulite and does play a role. Consequently, therapies aiming to restore the normal structure of the dermis subcutaneous tissue can be a meaningful approach to improving the cellulite condition. There's all sorts of lotions and potions and things for cellulite, that are applied and treatments. And to me, the most logical is to approach the collagen tissue itself, the collagen protein itself. Journal of Medicinal Food, dietary supplementation with collagen peptides has demonstrated a notably stimulatory effect on dermal cellular metabolism, improving the biosynthesis of extracellular matrix proteins and consequently restoring dermal structure. Obviously, that's important for skin and wrinkling and not just for cellulite. The results obtained in this study demonstrated that an oral supplementation with specific bioactive collagen peptides over a period of 6 months led to a clear improvement of the skin appearance in women suffering from moderate cellulite.
That's big.
Yeah, I'd say. Moreover, studies demonstrated a notable improvement in skin elasticity on healthy women who ingested 2.5 grams per day, half of our standard dose. And that's, we read a review earlier. So you can do half a scoop, but I recommend a full scoop at 5 grams of specific collagen peptides for 8 weeks. In another clinical trial, a significant increase of type 1 collagen and elastin content was observed in the skin of women who consumed the same specific collagen peptides and dosage for 8 weeks. In contrast to these various forms of treatment, an oral therapy with bioactive collagen peptides, they're referring to all the different modalities for trying to treat cellulite, which can be very costly. And very burdensome. An oral therapy with bioactive collagen peptides is based on the premise that specific collagen peptides can improve and increase dermal firmness and skin elasticity from the inside. Basically, what it does is improves the organization of the collagen peptides that are under the collagen tissue that's underlying our skin.
Okay, are you not flabbergasted? I mean, if your jaw hasn't dropped, I mean, first of all, to even begin to think that you can do something that's so naturally supportive to help with that, let alone talk about it on the air, still, it's profound.
It's for me, it didn't really surprise me at all.
Yeah.
That when we talk about collagen and we talk about the wrinkling of the skin, or we talk about collagen in the joints, or we talk about cellulite, it's all part of the same mechanism, the same role, because collagen is essentially, how would you say it? It's almost like this invasive protein that it plays a role because of its unique properties in all of these elastic tissues in our body. And as it so happens, the aging process is marked most clearly by a loss of elasticity in virtually every key tissue, whether we're measuring our skin, our arteries, our veins, our connective tissue in our joints. It just is, the aging process is that loss of flexibility and resilience. And collagen peptides are that critical protein, that critical integrating protein that's necessary for those properties. So to me, it doesn't really surprise me if you can deliver a bioactive and a bioavailable collagen peptide, as we do here. It doesn't surprise me that you see these benefits.
Absolutely, and I think the key is to deliver those benefits. I mean, that's the other thing. I know you see that clock on your screen. Just as a friendly reminder for you, Andrew has only one more show tonight with Colleen, and of course, that will be subject to the quantities that are available based on, you know, how many we see of those of you who are choosing that 360 count size. So remember, the only decision you have to make, because if you've just been listening, even over the course of the last few minutes, I know you are compelled to go to your phones and try this for a multitude of reasons. But remember, your choice in the 30, 90, 180, or 360. The only challenge for us as we approach that last show with Colleen tonight is the availability of the 360 count size, because more than 2 to 1 of us are selecting that 360 count size for obvious reasons. I mean, first and foremost, you're going to take this every single day because of the benefits that you see, in addition to the benefits that you feel. You might even want to consider getting more than one of the large size if someone else in your family is going to end up using it. But regardless, you can actually double your serving size for $30 less than you will spend at the 180 serving size after today. And this is where our pricing will go. And I have to say, that $179 price, even on the 180, that is an incredible value when you consider all the enhancements and improvements that Andrew has made. You know, the thing is, when you think about how supplements or anything that we take in America are produced, no one does anything like Andrew does. I mean, not only from a manufacturing standpoint, but to have the ability to react to your reviews of his programs and then enhance, improve, and change based on your input. Who does that? Nobody. And the bottom line is, you get those benefits for the best price ever.
I think other people might do it as well, that you take into consideration the feedback of people using your product.
They listen, though.
Hopefully I'm not the only one. But certainly that's what drove the changes in this product. Yes. When we introduced it, it was just as effective as it is today. It didn't include the MSM, but the marine collagen peptides were just as effective. But they had a little bit of a marine flavor. Yeah. Now they have no flavor. They didn't mix really readily if you're going to choose to mix it with water. Now they mix extremely readily with water, and certainly in a smoothie or anything like that, very, very easy. But I was going to read some more reviews. I haven't read very many. These reviews, I think, are more focused on joints. Yeah. I had them separated into reviews that were sort of beauty-related and reviews that were joint-related. And we have 2 stacks of about a few hundred of each. Amazed. Wish I had found this years ago. I got it for the discomfort in my joints. In less than a week, I can already feel a huge difference in my knees, shoulders, and hips. Yeah. Even my neck has improved. What I cannot believe is the way it has transformed my skin.
See both.
My face and arms have a velvety, smooth feel to them. And of course, this is not a drug or a medicine to treat pain or inflammation, but what it is, it's the collagen peptides that are a critical integrating component in our joints. Great product. Thank you so much for this product. I've been using Andrew's products for years. The quality is great. If you haven't found something to help you with your joints, bones, and skin, this is it. I was waking up at night because of my joints. After a week of 2 scoops a day, I can honestly say this works for me. I'm so glad I found this. I feel more flexible and stronger. There is no taste to this product, and with a little stir, it will dissolve completely in your morning coffee or add it to your favorite afternoon yogurt. You can stir it into a glass of water, and in minutes, you will not even know it's there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have hair. I'm a 62-year-old woman with baby fine hair and hair loss, hereditary above my forehead. Lovely. I started using marine collagen peptides in September 2015, and my hairdresser kept telling me I was showing new hair growth in the back of my head. Imagine my delight when my hair started filling in on the top of my head. Not just my hairdresser has noticed my thicker, fuller, healthier hair. I actually had an acquaintance ask if I had surgery to correct my hair loss.
For heaven's sake.
I also have taken healthy hair, skin, and nails for years and credit that with the slowing of the hair loss and to actually grow new hair. The two products, healthy hair, skin, and nails, and this work impeccably together. I also noticed that my left shoulder that has been achy and weak for the last couple of years is a non-issue. I can sleep on my left side again without discomfort. I'm now an avid proponent of your products. Thank you. This stuff is fantastic. I don't want to be without the marine collagen peptides. I've never had decent fingernails until I started using the product, the collagen. I also have noticed that my joints don't bother me as much as before. I've found that it dissolves in hot water much better than cooler. Everything is more soluble in a warmer liquid. I just mix it and let it cool off, but that's probably an older review because now it is very soluble. I've recommended it to my cousin and she has started using it too. I love it. I use it every day. I ordered Andrew's marine collagen peptides the first time it was offered. I will never hopefully be without it. I use 2 scoops a day. I start my day with 2 scoops in hot coffee or hot Andrew's jasmine infused green tea. My skin looks better, my joints feel better. Honestly, I purchased this because healthy hair, skin, and nails works so great. Have taken it for years. Collagen has long been associated as a beauty maker. However, my joints have reaped soothing benefits of this product. Now it is for my joints and skin. I hope Andrew does another great special like he did on this webcast visit, Trudy, North Carolina. That webcast was from a couple of years ago. Loving my beautiful skin and joints. I started taking the marine collagen peptides 1 month ago, and I'm so excited with how my joints, skin, and nails are responding to it. This is my 2nd order. I'm 60 years old and train at karate 5 days per week. My knees and joints are not bothering me at all after a grueling week of training. My skin is so plump and beautiful. Thank you, Andrew. A couple more. Easy to take, multiple benefits, thrilled. I purchased this the first time on sort of a whim, but I'm so glad that I did, and I'm back for more. I, too, within several weeks of starting this product, have received multiple compliments from family and friends regarding my general appearance, good, healthy, and seemingly less joint-related discomfort, getting up from kneeling, etc. I've taken it with flavored water and tea. It does dissolve completely when stirred very well. I find the most palatable way to ingest it is in a smoothie or other thicker drinks where it can be better suspended. For the benefits and ease of administration, I am thrilled and hope this is always part of the Lessman ProCaps lineup. Wonderful. I'm in my 40s and this product has improved my skin texture and has lessened joint discomfort. I will never go without it. I also have a relative mid-70s that since taking this stuff also has improved skin texture. Wonderful breakthrough. Last one. Great results. I've been taking this for discomfort in my knee and joints. After only 2 weeks, I've noticed the discomfort is gone. I've ordered more from my husband and my mother. Oh, it's not a bad side effect for my skin to look amazing. Plus, there's an increase in my energy and decrease in my appetite. Seriously, this stuff is crazy good. Who cares what it tastes like? I will never be without it. And of course, it has no taste now.
None.
We've continued to improve the product so it's more soluble now. Absolutely no taste. You can mix it easily even with water or certainly in a smoothie. And I was just checking before, we are going to be, later on in the afternoon, we'll be running out of the larger size, but we do have additional amounts, but it will run out this evening for sure.
For sure, because what a lot of you do, I have my little Andrew Lessman, shopping list in the makeup room. A lot of you shop after this show, which is what I do. But, to that end, definitely if you want some of the larger sizes, I would absolutely recommend that you do it now.
And of course, when we run out, the more than buy one, get one free savings goes away.
Exactly. All right, well, we're going to scoot along. Just a quick programming note. We generally try to spend a little more time on the education on the first hit of the Today's Special, and then we abbreviate it in the
back half of the show.
Yes, absolutely. So that's just, kind of a heads up for all of you here. Now we're scooting along, and I always feel like you do this for my benefit. Absolutely.
We really haven't spoken about this product significantly since the beginning of the year. Our liver antioxidant extracts. And I think I do that at the beginning of the year, obviously, because a lot of us toward the end of the year, Whatever else we might have going on that burdens our liver, we tend to also add a little bit more heavy eating, challenging foods, alcohol consumption. And if you read the statistics in America, so many of us take multiple prescription drugs every single day, and our liver is responsible for processing those things. In fact, many of those medications, part of their normal protocol is you have to get a liver function test. You're looking at your liver enzyme levels and things like that to determine whether or not the medication might be doing something that you have to modify. So liver antioxidant extracts, one of the most marked things we see with this product, and we'll talk about our phosphatidylcholine, our liver and brain, in a moment, but one of the most marked things you see about this product is just how well it supports liver function. If you're someone who is looking at your liver enzymes, then this is an opportunity to support those numbers and keep them in that healthy, normal range.
Well, and people like me love this product. It has on a 5-star rating system, a 4.6-star customer pick rating. I mean,
over 90% positive reviews.
It's huge.
And it couldn't be designed any better. It focuses on 3 specific ingredients, but really what it focuses on is how you have to deliver those ingredients to deliver benefits. A great liver product is more than just turmeric. A great liver product is more than just milk thistle, silymarin, or artichoke extract standardized for cynarin. You also need to deliver those ingredients in a way where they're going to be able to be absorbed and benefit you, which means in the case of the milk thistle, in the case of the turmeric, what we do is we complex it with fat. We actually complex it with phosphatidylcholine, the ingredient we'll talk about in a moment, because that enhances literally multiple, like dozens of times more. It enhances the bioavailability and the bioactivity of those ingredients. Without doing that, yes, you're delivering the most important ingredient, and it could be the perfect standardization, but without being complexed with an ingredient that makes it bioavailable to you, it really isn't worth the investment. And that's what we make sure, that you're getting what you pay for. You're getting the ingredient that will be delivering its benefits.
Well, and just a side note, we have a
we have a few hundred in each size.
Yes, I was just going to say.
Extra special pricing.
Absolutely. So I'll just detail that for you real quickly. Remember, as Andrew indicated, that means there are only a couple hundred in each individual size. Just save one for me, because this was on my, refill list. 30, 60, 120, and 240. And obviously, as we get into those larger sizes, that's where, basically the savings, pay for themselves. In fact, it's pretty doggone close, because here's where our pricing is going to go, and here's where our pricing is today. I doubt very much that there will be any of these remaining when Colleen and Andrew are back on tonight. This is probably your only airing, but you can actually double your capsule size for virtually the same cost. I mean, for only $10 more as you would spend on the 120.
You're getting the 240.
You're getting the 240.
And it's just one capsule per day.
Yes.
And unfortunately, this is just something I added in at the last second, and we just have a few hundred bottles in each size. But this is, I take a capsule of this every day. This is a product that even if you just take periodically, if you say do a liver cleanse a few months a year or whatever it might be, it's beneficial. If you have to consistently take medication, if you consistently drink alcohol, high protein diet, high fat diet, so many of us are taking cholesterol lowering drugs or antidepressants or drugs for osteoporosis or osteopenia, bisphosphonates and things like that. These affect our liver. Even standard anti-inflammatories, not even the prescription anti-inflammatories, but things that are standard over the counter, whether it might be as simple as ibuprofen, might be as simple as aspirin. These are all chemicals that require processing and hard work by our liver. So as long as we're asking our liver to do all this work, we really don't have a direct connection to it. We might as well give our liver the protective compounds that help it do the one thing that it uniquely can do that other organs can't do. It can regenerate itself. So to the extent we give it the compounds, the components that could help it do that work, and that's what liver antioxidant extracts is designed to do.
Absolutely. It's sad. I don't know if we'll have time to read any testimonials, but boy, if you go online and read some, I mean, people in many cases are brought to tears. And, it's just the, life in this modern age. Most of us are taking something in America, and we just forget how hard that liver works. Because, if you haven't slept well, like Andrew knows, I don't usually sleep when I do these shows, but he's worth it. So, if your head hurts, there's something going on. If your feet hurt, you got to get a different pair of shoes. If you're making challenges on your liver, it's not like poor little liver is saying, hey.
No, it's as I've often said, You inhale and you feel your lungs working. You know your head is working when you're thinking. You run up a flight of stairs, you feel your heart beating. You have a connection. You could drink don't do this at home, a gallon of vodka. Your liver's gonna work, but you don't know it. You can't tell if your liver is, so to speak, breathing hard. So we really don't have a conscious physical connection to that organ, despite the fact that it is the hardest working organ, as I always say. It's the Rodney Dangerfield of organs. It's the one that just doesn't get respect. But I was just going to read some quick reviews, and then we'll run along because we have very, very limited supply. Best liver product money can buy. I've taken these for years and have actually given them as gifts to family members who are having liver issues. My sister has liver issues. When she got out of the hospital, I gave her some of my capsules until I could get another bottle from HSN. She started taking this product, and after 3 to 4 months, had her enzymes checked. Her numbers were normal, and there was no sign of the previous liver issues. Her doctor was amazed. She told him what she was doing, and he told her to keep doing it, and she has. This is an incredible product, which is true of all of Andrew's products. Again, not a drug, not a medicine. Show it to your doctor. Feel free to show it to your doctor.
Absolutely.
This is not something treating disease, but it's something that supports healthy liver function and the hard work that the liver does for us. Great. This is for anyone who has high liver enzymes, who wants to keep their liver in good health. My blood work proves it works. Andrew Lessman has the highest quality products. Try his omega-3s. They don't repeat. Yeah, no fishy aftertaste.
No, true.
A must if you're on statin meds. This supplement